Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Joshna Burwa bringing to you the headlines first. President Murmu addresses audit diverse function, says audit community has strengthened country's integrity. All arrangements ready for single-phase assembly polls in Madhya Pradesh and second-phase polls in Chhattisgarh. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh reiterates his government's commitment to continue its war on drugs. Meghalaya Minister advocates rail links from Guwahati to Dhaka via Baghmara in South Garo Hills. And in cricket, in ICC World Cup, South Africa have set a victory target of 213 runs for Australia in the second semi-final, now underway in Kolkata. In national news first, President Draupadi Murmu has said the government's audit community has made significant contributions to strengthening integrity, governance and system building. She said India's leading position in the world community is visible in the field of audit. The President was addressing the third audit diverse function organized by Comptroller and Auditor General of India in New Delhi. President Murmu said India's presidency of the G20 has been appreciated worldwide as G20 countries account for about 85% of the world's total GDP. She said, therefore, further strengthening financial propriety and good governance in G20 countries will have global benefits. She said auditors should be considered not as critics but as facilitators of good governance.
G20 देशों के सुप्रीम ऑडिट इंस्टीट्यूशन की अध्यक्षता की, इसके लिए मैं आपको बहुत-बहुत बधाई देती हूँ। समुदाय में भारत की अग्रणी स्थिति ऑडिट के क्षेत्रों में भी दिखाई देती है। भारत द्वारा G20 की अध्यक्षता की सर्वत्र सराहना की जाती है। विश्व की कुल जीडीपी में G20 देशों का लगभग 85% हिस्सा है। इसलिए G20 देशों में फाइनेंशियल प्रॉपर्टी तथा सुशासन को और सुदृढ़ बनाने को विश्वव्यापी लाभ होगा। भारत द्वारा G20 की अध्यक्षता के दौरान भारत के C&AG श्री गिरीश चंद्र मुर्मू जी ने
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has stressed that dialogue and diplomacy are the way forward for global peace and stability. Expressing concerns over the conflicts, he said conflicts not only destroy livelihoods but also adversely affect food and energy security. The minister attended the 10th ASEAN Defence Ministers Meeting Plus in Jakarta, Indonesia today. In his address, he affirmed the ASEAN centrality and appreciated its role in promoting dialogue and consensus in the region. He also reiterated India's commitment to freedom of navigation over flight and unimpeded lawful commerce in international waters in accordance with international laws, including United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea 1982. He called for regional security initiatives that are consultative and development-oriented to reflect the larger consensus among various stakeholders. In more national news, in Chhattisgarh, all arrangements have been made for the second and last phase of assembly elections tomorrow. More than 18,800 polling stations have been set up for the second phase of polling. In the second phase, 958 candidates are in the fray for 70 seats. Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress are contesting in all the seats. Tight security arrangements have been made at the polling stations. Apart from local police, central security forces are also being deployed. In Madhya Pradesh also, all arrangements have been made for tomorrow's assembly elections. Voting will be held on all the 230 seats in a single phase. A total of 2,533 candidates, including 252 women, are in the fray. Chief Electoral Officer of Madhya Pradesh, Anupam Rajan, has informed that the Election Commission is fully prepared for the voting. In Uttarakhand, rescue operations continued at the under-construction Silkyara tunnel in Uttarkashi district on the fifth day today. Union Minister of State for Road Transport and Highways, General V.K. Singh, reached the incident site and inspected the relief and rescue operations. He said the government will make every possible effort to safely rescue the workers. On the other hand, to speed up the rescue operations, the heavy drilling machine reached the incident site with the help of the Hercules aircraft of the Indian Air force. With the help of this machine, relief and rescue operations will be expedited. It may be recalled that on November 12th, due to a landslide in the tunnel, 40 workers were trapped inside the tunnel. Moving on to Northeast now, in Assam, Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma today held a meeting at Lok Seva Bhavan, Dispur, with officials of Public Works Department and others concerned to take stock of the condition of highways and roads connecting Assam and Bhutan. He instructed them to maintain and repair these roads to further improve them to complement tourism and economy on both sides. In another meeting at the same venue, Dr. Sharma reviewed the progress of the ongoing Khel Maharan and Sanskritik Mahasangram. So far, over 48 lakh have registered in Khel Maharan and 9 lakh have registered in Sanskritik Mahasangram. In news from Manipur, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has lauded the joint efforts by Ukhrul Police, Manipur Rifles and the Forest Department to combat illegal poppy cultivation in Phali, Champhung, Changta, Tora Hill ranges. Uploading a video clip on his social media post, he said the clip is of poppy destruction in Phali, Champhung, Changta, Tora Hill ranges by spraying herbicides. The commitment to continuing the destruction drive reflects a strong government stance against such activities. He said the drive will continue in the coming days till this illegal practice is completely wiped out. He asserted that the state government is intensifying its war on drugs and will not stop until the menace is completely rooted out from the state. Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu today interacted with the students of Gadon Shardse Monastery at Monkut in Karnataka. Taking to X, formerly Twitter, Khandu said the students are pursuing monastic studies. He said it was a delight to see that of 800 students, more than 300 are from Arunachal Pradesh. They are the beacons of hope who would carry forward the rich spiritual and cultural heritage of Himalayan Buddhism. Khandu offered morning prayers at the monastery. He also received the blessings of the abbot of the monastery, Ken Rinpoche Geshe Jangchup Sangye La. In Meghalaya, Border Area Development Minister Rakam A. Sangma has advocated introduction of rail connectivity from Guwahati to Dhaka via Baghmara in South Garo Hills. Talking to the media in Shillong, the minister said it will stimulate economic prospects of the region. Rakam said there was a proposal long time back when Captain Williamson Sangma was the chief minister to connect Guwahati with Bangladesh through Baghmara with railways.
Still demand to make this happen because like Baghmara can be the corridor for the Meghalaya's the northeast, which is can connect directly to Dhaka. The business, the trade can improve, and the employment generation will rise up. And lots of young people are businessmen, our economy will.
In news from Mizoram, thousands of people from Myanmar are seeking shelter in the state after the Myanmar army launched an airstrike following an attack by pro-democratic armed rebels. Myanmar's generals are facing their biggest test since they seized power in a 2021 coup after 3 ethnic minority forces launched a coordinated offensive in late October, capturing some towns and military posts. The refugees from Myanmar who are now living in the Champai district of Indo-Myanmar border said they received a lot of help from the locals in Mizoram. Myanmar has been in turmoil since the 2021 coup when the military ousted a government led by Nobel laureate Aung San Suu Kyi, ending a decade of tentative democratic reforms. Of the country, National Press Day 2023, under the theme Media in the Era of Artificial Intelligence, was observed in several districts in the state. In Kohima, the day was observed at APA Hall, where special guest Monalisa Chankiza said media plays a vital role in the society. She said the media fraternity should efficiently implement the ethics of journalism. While stressing the importance of technology of artificial intelligence in journalism, Chankiza said media in the era of artificial intelligence has more to do with enabling and empowering citizens to fully comprehend and control technology to script their own directives.
Stewards of all of the Nagaland Building and Other Construction Workers Welfare Board. This welfare board is instituted under an act of the Parliament. Every state, union territories need to have this mental board in order to look after.
In the second semi-final match of ICC Cricket Men's World Cup, now underway at Eden Gardens in Kolkata, South Africa have set a victory target of 219 runs for Australia. Earlier, South Africa won the toss and elected to bat first. In reply, Australia have made 17 runs without losing a wicket till last reports came in. Troops of Trishakti Corps of the Indian Army, with assistance from Border Roads Organisation BRO, have completed the Bailey Bridge over the Teesta River at Chungthang in North Sikkim in record time. This has finally connected the flood-affected areas of North Sikkim with the mainland that was cut off since the night of October 3 this year. The bridge will now pave the way for seamless movement of vehicles and provision of relief materials to these flood-affected areas. The 200-feet Bailey Bridge is an engineering marvel in itself, as it is the longest and heaviest single-span Bailey Bridge that can be launched. To end the news, the main points once again. President Murmu addresses Audit Divas function, says audit community has strengthened country's integrity. All arrangements ready for single-phase assembly polls in Madhya Pradesh and second-phase polls in Chhattisgarh. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh reiterates his government's commitment to continue its war on drugs. Meghalaya Minister advocates rail links from Guwahati to Dhaka via Baghmara in South Garo Hills. And in cricket, in ICC World Cup, South Africa have set a victory target of 213 runs for Australia in the second semi-final, now underway in Kolkata. And that's all in this bulletin. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.